Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Kozan's Rusty Driving. Let's get started by picking a new job here. Let's see, I think we last left off in Cologne, and I think after looking at the job market last time, I'm going to want to pick a different job, like from a different place. Oh, maybe not. I think they added some new ones. Cologne to Dortmund. I could do that one. That one's a really long one, though. I have a lot of stuff to talk about today. E3 happened, so I have a lot of stuff to talk about, but I don't know if I have that much stuff to talk about. Let's see where we can go from Luxembourg. I can go from Luxembourg to Luxembourg. I can go to Dortmund. I can go to Strasbourg. I don't want to go to Strasbourg. You know what? No, we're going to go back to the Netherlands. We're going to go back to where we came from. Well, close to anyways. We're going to go to Amsterdam. Let's take the job. Oh boy. So, we have a lot to talk about. A little bit of a rant warning for this episode. So much to talk about. Before... okay, first of all, I could probably make a 4-hour episode talking about E3, but I won't. I'll keep it condensed a little bit. First, let's look at our load for today. That's unique. Okay, I did not expect that at all. What is that even? We got some concrete blocks and some scaffolding, maybe? What does it say we're carrying? Floor panels. Yep, I was totally 100% accurate on that guessing. Floor panels. Okay. Whatever you say. Let's go ahead and get on the road here. Let me look at the map, see if there are any places that we need to stop by on the way. Kind of want to go up here to Dusseldorf? Is that how you say that? I want to live there so I can just say that I live in a town called Dusseldorf. The problem is it's so out of the way though, there aren't really any good roads to get back on the road to Amsterdam. There is a place in Amsterdam that I do want to check out, so we got to make sure that we go there first. In fact, let's tell our guy to go that way, so that way we are assured to explore that. I don't think there's any other places on our way, so let's just get started here. But yeah, how is everybody doing today? I know this is not a live stream, so you can't really answer that question, but hopefully you're doing good. Today we're just going to sit back, relax, and talk about all of the amazing things that happened at E3. Oh, what a glory it was. Oh, can't go quite yet. Don't need to back up, though. Once we get on the highway here, I will start. We'll start the talking. But please do not stop right in front of me. Okay. Okay, once that light's green, so we should be able to go here. Yeah, I'll go ahead and pull out. Hopefully that guy stops and doesn't just ram me. And also, hopefully I don't hit this bus. Okay, we're good. Hit that. Oh, no, we are not good. Okay. As I said, the series is now called Kozan's Rusty Driving. Okay, we're good. Alrighty then. Yes, all the E3 things. So, E3 has been going on. I think today is probably either the last or second to last day as of recording this. I'm recording this on Tuesday, and it's going to be going out tomorrow, so it's not that big of a time difference like it usually is. But yeah, lots of trailers released, lots of very unenthusiastic crowds. That was kind of a weird thing that happened at this E3. I'm not sure if it usually happens at conventions like this, but the crowds were so uninterested during the press conferences. It was so funny because they would have these pauses where they would expect clapping to happen, and it would take like 3 seconds for the crowd to actually realize, oh, we're supposed to clap now. Oh, it's so funny. But yeah, I guess the first thing I should talk about is probably one of the most ridiculous things, and that is Destiny. First of all, Destiny in and of itself is kind of ridiculous how the whole thing came about. They released the game way too early, and I know some people still play it, but honestly, I think the community has pretty much died around it. There are still quite a few people that play it, but it's not that as good as it could have been. Either way, they have a big update or DLC, something coming to the game, and what's really funny about it is that they released the trailer for it on Snapchat. So a big... Oh my gosh, this hill. Okay, we're good. But yes, they released the trailer for the new Destiny update, or DLC, on Snapchat, which is absolutely ridiculous. I saw a video of it. Someone had recorded them opening Snapchat and seeing it, and they had to like flip it from portrait to landscape. It was really ridiculous how they released the whole thing. Very unique, I'll give them that, but kind of ridiculous. But yeah, so they released that trailer, and I mean, honestly, I don't know much about Destiny, so I don't really know how to judge the trailer and if it looked good and everything, but they released it on Snapchat. I also heard that they are not releasing the, I think it's a DLC. I don't think they're releasing the DLC on Xbox 360 or PS3, so we're finally getting to that time where game companies and developers are abandoning the previous generation of consoles, which is always very sad to see. I don't really think it's needed that much with the transition from the PS3 to PS4 and Xbox 360 to Xbox One. I don't think that the transition between the two consoles is big enough that they need to abandon the old ones, but it was going to happen eventually, so I guess we are at that time now. Speaking of Xboxes, the Xbox One S was also announced, which was extremely hyped up, and I don't know why people are so excited about this, because honestly, it's not that big of an update. Like, it brings a lot of things to the table, but I don't know. I'll explain why I'm kind of upset with it in just a minute. But basically, the biggest points of it, I would say probably the biggest one, is that it is 40% smaller than the actual Xbox. So they made it a lot smaller. I believe it also has a built-in battery. It has just a lot more stuff to make it more portable, I guess, for the console that's going to sit in your living room forever. But yeah, they did a lot of that kind of stuff. They also added 4K graphics, which that's really cool. It's cool to see that companies are now making hardware to support the games that are now able to run at much higher frame rates and resolutions and everything. So that's really cool. Don't have any problem with that. It also allows you to play games that you buy on the PC. It allows you to play them on the Xbox. So there's now a little bit more of the cross-platform things between the PC and the Xbox, which is also really cool. A little bit strange. I don't really like Microsoft doing that much stuff with its cross-platform since it has Windows and Xbox, but you know what? Since they have it, they can just do whatever they want. It's fine, I guess. Let's see. I think that's pretty much all of the main points that happened. Why are we slowing down so much? Is there a reason why we're slowing down this much? Because we can all go 50 right here. Okay, either way, I need to get over. Come on, bus. You know, Stocko Loss is right. All of the red cars and buses and everything are always so much more evil. Oh, and I have to get back over. I do that so much. I'll see that I have to be in the far right lane to exit in a minute. So I'll go ahead and get into the other lane, and then it'll merge back. Anyway, so yes, the biggest points Xbox One S is that it has 40% smaller size, like its physical space. It has 4K graphics, a bigger hard drive, all of the stuff that you would typically expect with an update like that. It was very hyped up though, and this is the kind of thing that bothers me with technology releases, is when this happens. All of these upgrades and stuff are cool, but they needed to save them for the next Xbox, in my opinion. I think that these updates are big enough to pretty much make their own Xbox, especially with some of the updates which I'll be getting to in a minute. Or actually, I'll go ahead and talk about them with the Xbox Project Scorpio, I think is what they're calling it. Project Scorpio emulates Xbox One S quite a bit. It brings 4K graphics, which they're already going to have by the time of release, so that's a little bit strange. It's going to have 4K graphics. It's going to have VR support, which is probably the biggest hard-hitting point that Scorpio will have. It will also have an AMD chip, which is kind of strange, and it will be released in the 2017 holiday season. So those are the major points of Project Scorpio. I'm pretty much fine with all of those. Like, I don't have any major problem with them. The biggest thing, though, is the AMD chip. Now, I'm not sure if I've talked about it much on this channel. but I absolutely hate AMD. I think that their chips are extremely horrible, and no one should really be using them. But I think that the reason Xbox is going with an AMD chip on this console is to make it cheaper, because AMD chips are much cheaper, but they don't perform nearly as well. So it's going to be interesting to see if the AMD chip will be able to handle the 4K graphics that game developers are going to be throwing at it. Other than that, I don't have hardly any problem with Project Scorpio, except the fact that I had with the Xbox One S, which was that it was another just splinter off of the regular Xbox One, which was kind of annoying. Also, another big hit. I'm not sure which company announced it, but Final Fantasy is getting a new game. They're coming out with the next Final Fantasy, which is going to be cool. I believe it's expected to be released in the 2017 season as well. Lots and lots of games being released in 2017. That's going to be a great year for gaming. Although these are a lot of big, massive companies that are releasing games, which aren't usually that good. So lots of releases going to be happening in 2017. It's going to be interesting to see if they are very good or not. So Final Fantasy was released, and now to one of the things that was most interesting to me, and that was the Minecraft Realms update. And I know I'm talking mainly about the Xbox convention, or the Xbox panel that they had, but that's just the things that interested me most, I guess. Minecraft Realms update. They are making... Okay, basically the core of this update is that you will now be able to play cross-platform on most devices that run Minecraft. So, you'll be able to get a Realms server and then play with people on different devices. So it's cross-platform, and you'll be able to play in the same world, same server, on different devices. But this is only coming to what I kind of call the fake versions of Minecraft. The versions like Pocket Edition, so that'd be iOS and Android, and then you have the console ones, PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and then Windows 10. So all of those platforms will be able to play together, but it's not coming to the regular Minecraft version, which makes sense why they can't do that, because it's different in its whole coding structure. But it is kind of annoying that they're putting so much effort into the versions of Minecraft that were developed after the main version. That just kind of annoys me. But yeah, some of the biggest things that are going to be coming with this update that they're calling the friendly update is that you're going to have the cross-platform thing, you're going to have mobile texture packs, so that's kind of interesting. Also, you're going to be able to have mobile mods, which they're calling add-ons, and they're not going to give you as much customizability as PC mods, but they will allow you to change mobs, their abilities, and kind of what they look like. So basically, I think how it's going to work is if the ability for a mob is in the game, you can add it to any mob, and then you can reskin it. I think that's pretty much the gist of that, because you can make like zombies shoot fireballs, probably have bows, all that kind of stuff. Kind of cool that they're doing that. It's a little annoying that they're calling them add-ons, though, because really what they are, they're just mods. Let's see, trying to read my other screen while I'm driving here. Let me finish this turn and then I'll do it. Let's see, add-ons. Oh yeah, one of the players, so they brought out 3 people to give a demo of the game, or of the Realms situation, and one of the guys playing the game, I swear that they buffed the zombies enough that he almost died while he was playing in, live to the world in front of so many, probably millions of people. He almost died while he was demoing the Realms thing, so that was really funny. It was also really interesting because the Minecraft part of the Xbox panel was probably the most energized I saw the E3 crowd. Because as I said earlier, during everything else, the whole crowd was just like in a state of like, yeah, whatever, oh, I'm supposed to clap now? It was that sort of thing. And during the Minecraft convention, the crowd seemed actually really into it, so maybe a lot of the players enjoy some of the things that I think are a little bit ridiculous, but yeah, we'll just have to see. Leave a comment on this video and tell me what you guys think about the different cross-platform things. If you think they're getting too carried away with the mobile versions and should just focus on the PC version, I don't know. That's my opinion on it. I want to hear what you guys have to say about that. Another game that was released, or that was announced actually, was a game called We Happy Few. And I believe, I've looked into this game before E3. I just happened to see it on an upcoming games list. And, oh, please don't hit me. Please don't. No. Okay, we're good. That guy was coming in a lot faster than I thought he was. But yeah, I was looking into this game called We Happy Few before E3 started, just because I saw it on some kind of games list. And it looks really good. It's an indie game, which means that it's probably going to be a good game. It's an indie game. It's a horror story with kind of a really odd storyline. And did I say a horror story? It's a horror game. I think I said it's a horror story with a weird storyline. But no, the game We Happy Few is a horror game with a weird storyline. It's like it takes place in an amusement park. It's really strange and bizarre, but it looks really good. And I think it might actually be the one game that was talked about at E3 that I would actually like pick up and maybe even do a Let's Play on the channel. I think it's going to be a pretty cheap game as well. I think you can go ahead and pre-order it on Steam for like 10 or 20 bucks, so that's cool. Because most of the bigger titles that are coming out are like 50, 60 bucks and won't end up being nearly as good as an indie game. These cars, see, another red car. The red cars will not let you get over. I'm scared to nudge my way over into him because I'm going to hit him. Alright, let's get behind him. And see that white truck back there, or van, or whatever it is, let me go through. I'm telling you, these red cars are horrible. Let's see, what else happened? Yeah, I might pick up We Happy Few and might check out that game a little bit. Grow Home seems to have gotten an update. The article that I was looking at for these topics didn't say anything about what I'm about to talk about being connected to Grow Home, but I think it is. I think it's an update called Grow Up, and it allows the characters in Grow Home to go up to the moon, and allows you to go even further up, and gives you a bit more of a purpose in growing upwards, I guess. I don't know, it looks kind of cool. I think it's an add-on to Grow Home, so that game was actually really good. I watched Beef play it, and very unique game. I think it also might be an indie game. Let's see, a few other smaller topics that were announced. Do I need to get over? Let me look at the map. Where am I? Oh, here I am. I was like, what? Where am I? Okay, we are just about to Amsterdam, so I do need to get over. But yeah, just a few small little topics here to finish up the episode. We have a 2K version of Mafia 3 was announced. I don't think it was released. I think it was announced. I thought it was funny though, because they didn't go all the way to 4K graphics. They just went to 4K. So I thought that was kind of strange that they didn't go all the way. Alright, we have to slow down here a lot. And we will exit. Coming into Amsterdam, this is the first time that we have been in Amsterdam. We have been in the Netherlands. That's where we started. We are here in what I believe is the capital of the Netherlands. No, we have to go straight. Can I go straight without getting a ticket? I can. Awesome. So yeah, the 2K version of Mafia 3 was announced. Quake Champions was also announced. I actually watched that channel because it was the first one, and Mindcrack streamed it. I'm not sure exactly what company it was that streamed it. I'm not really for sure. But yeah, Quake Champions was announced. It is the update to Quake, which apparently is a major game. I've only heard about it just a few times. I don't really know much about Quake, but apparently it was a massive game, and they are finally updating that. Okay, so the next line on my notepad document just says "Ugh, Star Wars," because I believe I don't remember what company it is. I should have written it down, but what? Okay, get out of here. Get out. That should... Okay, well, whatever. Now I can go. Since I've already gotten the ticket for it. That was so cheap. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways. So yeah, the next line on my document is Ugh Star Wars. Because they are working on another Star Wars game. And honestly, it's getting to a point where it's like, why bother? All the other ones have not been well received, in my opinion. I don't think most people enjoyed them. So, why even bother at this point? But they're working on another one. Hopefully it'll be good. I have my doubts, of course. And so does pretty much everyone else on the planet. I think the last thing I wanted to mention is that Rocket League is getting an update. It's basically just a skin update, and it makes it look even more fancy than it already is. It's called Neo Tokyo, and I'm excited for that. I'd be even more excited if I actually played the game. I actually have considered picking it up, though. Anyways, man, this series is a mouthful. We have completed our job for this route, though. We drove 175 miles, took us 4 hours and 30 minutes in-game, consumed 37 gallons of fuel. We did not level up, I don't believe. We did excellent, though. Oh, we did level up. Okay. We'll put it into long-distance driving once again, and I'll probably get that up to the 3rd slot here, get it about halfway, and then we'll start putting it into high-value cargo. So, apply. And yeah, I think that's going to be this episode. Let's take a look at our emails. No new ones. Alrighty. We have $14,000 in the bank, or 14,000 euros in the bank, I should say. So that's pretty cool. We are making... wow, we're making that much money every week. We're making 13,000 euros a week. I don't know why I said that much money, like I can't read numbers. Anyways. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I want to talk about for this episode. We have finished the route, we have leveled up, all of that is good to go. And yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!